Welcome back to another episode of Rock Boys Football. We got some high school recruiting news as the Florida Gators are quietly building a very, very strong 2023 class, especially in the back end, landing 2 commits. The biggest one of that is Dijohn Johnson out of Tampa Bay, Florida. He was committed to Ohio State. This dude had offers from pretty much every Division I school he wanted: Alabama, Tennessee, Ohio State. The Florida Gators end up winning, and this dude, we're going to get into it. He is a freak athlete, and I think he's going to be a guy who starts at safety for a while for the Gators. This is a really, really big pickup. Before we get into it, though, again, just wanted to say thank you guys for all the support you guys have shown the channel. Again, we talk a lot of high school recruiting. We talk a lot of Florida Gators football. So if you do like the content, consider subscribing. We really do appreciate all the support. Over 2,000 subscribers. That means a lot to the fellas. We really do appreciate that. Let's get into the player a little bit. 6'1", 190 pounds from Tampa, Florida. What I want to note, 24/7 has him as 174th nationally, but the composite has him as a top 100 player, one of the best players in Florida, one of the best safeties in the class. And rightfully so. This guy has a lot of really good traits. He's a longer guy, but he's very, very explosive when he comes downhill. We're going to turn on his film in a little bit. But what you're going to see is, in a lot from what I've been reading from the recruiting analysts, is pretty raw in terms of technique, but a freak athlete. And again, when you're recruiting high school football players, give me the raw, talented guy any day of the week. You get him in practicing 6-7 days a week, working on that technique with some of the best coaches in the country. You're going to get a good football player. And Dijohn Johnson is a violent dude. That is the first thing that's going to stand out, is how hard he comes downhill, how hard he hits wide receivers when they're trying to catch the ball, and how good his ball skills are as well. There's a lot to like about him. Let's get into the film a little bit, into some of the highlights, because, again, this guy is a very, very, very exciting prospect, or high school recruit, I should say. So the first play you see here is him just breaking on the ball and then just really just laying the wood here. I have some family members who are Florida Gator fans, and he comes downhill so quickly, so explosive. You see the ball skills, and then you see the burners to take the play to the house. He's a playmaker. But what I see most is just how explosive he is making plays on the football. At first play, you see him coming over, laying the wood. Now you're going to see, and you see that length. That stands out at first. Really good wheels and then really good ball skills. That's some of the stuff that is probably the hardest thing to teach when you're looking at these high school kids, is the ball skills. Being able to play the football in the air. He's got very, very good feet. And again, breaking off his own guy's route, coming, making a play in the football. He plays both sides of the football. You can see that in terms of when he has the ball in his hands, he is very hard to tackle. Playing some press man corner too. So he's projected to be a safety, sinking back in the zone and making a play in the football. You see already, I mean, he's a ball hawk. He's got a good sense for the football, and he's a great tackler. That is the 2 most important traits you want in a safety. Florida has some really good safeties this year. I think he could be another one of them. There you go again with another pick, and that's kind of what we're getting at there, is just how good he is playing the football, breaking on the football. And one of the biggest things you see is just sticks his foot in the ground and makes play on the football. Now, I want to take a look at this class in general, because Florida is low-key putting together a very strong class, especially in the back end, which has been kind of a struggle for Florida as of late. Dijohn Johnson is coming in as their 3rd highest recruit. And again, earlier today, you had, we get down there, Bryce Thornton from Milton, Georgia, also a top 500 player in the country, also at that safety spot, committing to Florida. What you're seeing is Billy Napier taking a look at this program and saying, I want to get the players that can best run my scheme. That's 22 commits already in the 2023 class. This will grow. I expect Florida to have a top 10 class. And again, one of the disappointing parts of Dan Mullen's tenure is the lack of emphasis he put on recruiting at the high school level. There's no reason Florida shouldn't be bringing in a top 8 and in some years top 5 classes every single year. Yes, it's important to develop it. You need to bring in that talent. Again, when you play in the swamp and you bring those high school kids down for visits, they're going to want to play here. Plus the new facilities that Florida just got. There's no reason why Florida shouldn't be a top destination for some of the best high school kids in the country, especially when you're in the state of Florida. Florida has one of the best high school football states in the whole entire country. A massive pickup for the Florida Gators. And again, we're going to make it short for you guys here. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Good luck against LSU this weekend. And we appreciate all the support you guys have shown. Again, if you like the content, consider subscribing to the channel. We'll talk to y'all.